Is it really gonna take that long? All right, let's start. Okay, so this is my tier list. I've been meaning to do this for a while, right? Now, I feel like people that usually make tier lists, challenge runners, they usually go solely based off of challenge running experience, which I don't think is fair, because it's not like the devs design a game based on that, right? So I will still have to like rely on some challenge running experience just to like know in-depth boss mechanics and shit, right? But I'll also be going off of things like, I guess, the OST, the cinematics, stuff like that. Just a lot of like first experience stuff, because I think that that's important too, right? So I'm gonna be trying to do a mix and we'll see what happens, right? It has to be based on level of difficulty, level of fun, and looks and feel. Yeah, I'll explain, but dude, where do I even fucking start? Start with Soldier. I don't even know if there's a Soldier of Godric in this list. A good place to start, Radahn. I think everyone can agree that Radahn is a good boss, right? I'm gonna put Radahn on awesome, okay? Which is like, I guess, S tier, right? For the time being, and then we'll shift him depending on how we feel. Radahn overrated as fuck. Half his moves are avoided by standing next to him. Yeah, okay, so I'll explain, right? Radahn, really, really great visuals. The first time you come into the fight, I love the fight, the way the fight is made, like with all the summons and stuff. Like visually, it's such a good spectacle, and like the arena is fucking great. He's got like a lot of fucking moves, and like just visually when you enter his fight itself, it's like really fucking cool. His OST is great, right? That's another thing. The OST is fucking good, but more importantly, the fucking meteor in phase 2 is incredible. The first time like you fight him and you see the phase 2 meteor landing in, it's such a big like fucking moment, and it's such a cool moment as well. He's got a phase 1, a phase 1.5 where he pulls out the gravity swords, then the actual phase 2 with like the meteors and shit like that. I guess his hitboxes are okay. His hitboxes are a little weird with some of his attacks, okay? And that is one negative. Like the fucking cyclone attack, and then his phase 1, he's got a spin attack as well. And like I also feel like maybe he, like, at least, okay, from a challenge running perspective, you melt him, but like I don't really care about that because you melt most bosses. You fucking melt most. So okay, maybe I shouldn't think about that. The only negative are the hitboxes, right? So right, I'll just put Radahn over here for now. Can I like rename these? Because I don't really like what do we do? S, A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Is that better? Ancestor Spirit, is this like Regal Ancestor Spirit or normal Ancestor Spirit? Because I don't want to do like, I don't think I really want to do normal Ancestor Spirit. It's like whatever. We'll do like Regal. I'm gonna be like very critical of like duplicate bosses. Let's do Regal. Regal Ancestor Spirit for me, I'm gonna put him in B tier, okay? And here's the reason why I put him in B tier. The fight is cool, but it's just not very impressive, honestly. It's like, it's a really like graceful, elegant, majestic fight, right? The OST is really good, but here's the problem with the OST. The OST on release did not have the phase 2 OST. The game was bugged, and Regal Ancestor Spirit was one of the bosses where we didn't have the phase 2 OST, right? So it was just a phase 1 OST, and the phase 2 OST for Regal Ancestor Spirit is fucking good. You should go listen to it if you haven't listened to it just yet. Maybe, I don't know. I would say it's like between an A and a B. Like, the arena was mad? You think so? I mean, I liked the arena. I just feel like there wasn't much of a build-up. Like, I didn't know why the fuck I was fighting this, like, half-dead deer. It's cool. Okay, like, so looking at the mechanics, it's a really cool fight, mechanically. Because, like, his teleports, you know, if you guys haven't seen the Zuli video, he does shit like, when he teleports, depending on what animal he picks, he uses one of their moves then in phase 2. Like, the roll thing is when he absorbs one of the rolling goats or whatever, and, like, depending on what animal he absorbs, or he teleports into, is he adopts the moveset from that animal. And I really love things like that. I think it's really cool. But the fight in itself, yeah, it's kind of an annoying fight because he just jumps around a whole lot. Pretty cool fight. I would say between A and B. I'm gonna put him at a B right now though, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of other bosses at A. It's nice to yeah, I really do like attention to detail for sure. When it comes to like bosses and like hidden mechanics like that, you know, I'm a big fan of shit like that, as opposed to just like a straight up, okay, here's an enemy and just fight him. So I'm gonna put him at a B, and since he's at a B, you know what, I'll put Ancestor Spirit at trash, okay? Or maybe I should put him at E. I don't know. Maybe not trash. I'll put him at E. Simply because repetition, and I don't like it. I don't like that there were two of these guys. For me, this boss, the value of Regal Ancestor Spirit got pulled down a lot. The value, just because I did Ancestor Spirit first. When I went into the fight, instead of being like, oh wow, this is a cool fucking fight, I was kind of like, oh, it's this guy again. Right, yeah, you're likely to fight the non-remembrance one first. So that was like a negative for me. Still don't really know in terms of lore what the fuck they're doing there. But yeah, Commander Neil, I would put him at A. I would actually put him between S and A. This is actually one of my favorite fights in the game. I think it's a really cool fight. How do you say trash? Commander Neil is one of the fights that actually reminds me the most of a Dark Souls 3 fight. In terms of like, I like the hitboxes. I think it's a fair fight. The summons or whatever, right? I don't really care about the summons too much. He has no moves. That's because you always fight him like when you're like far away. What do you mean? He's got a lot of moves. I like his lightning moves with like the fucking the heal. He's one of the few bosses where you don't just fucking go in and cheese him. Like honestly, even with the fucking beast shot for my all remembrances run, I just couldn't fucking just spam and kill him. I had to like actually like fight him. Commander O'Neil, I would put at D. Maybe I should put him to E because I feel like Commander O'Neil didn't really do it for me. Like way more mobs. Like this is an actual gank fight. Yeah, O'Neil is like, I would put him at D. Maybe I should put him in E. Maybe I should put all the repetition bosses in like one category at E. I don't know. At least O'Neil was more fun than Ancestor Spirit for me. But then you do find O'Neil first. Yeah, I'll put him here. I feel like a boss being avoidable, I guess that's debatable because technically all the remembrance spots or some of the remembrance spots are avoidable then. I'll put O'Neil at D. I don't really have a reason putting him like a tier above Ancestor Spirit, but I'll put him there. Oh, this is an easy one. Fierce Champs, trash tier fight, dude. Fucking trash tier fight. Fierce Champs is like the easiest trash tier fight. 100% that I think we'll all agree with. The only saving grace of this fight is because I think it was maybe Zully who made a video saying that like some of the champions that you fight are actually like images that Fia stores when she hugs you, which I think is cool, but I still feel like it's such a bad fight. It's such a fucking bad fight. You go into that fucking arena, right? Here's the thing. It's in Deeproot Depths. There's two ways you get to Deeproot Depths. You either go through the bottom of the capital, right? At which point you're like fucking fighting Mini Moog and you go through the sewers, which is fucking terrible. Or you have to go through fucking Nocrone and then double Garg. So you can't actually get there really easily. You have to take a lot of effort. And then you fucking get this fucking grace on the top of a cliff that's very easy to miss. Then you go into this huge arena where you see this giant figure and you're thinking, holy fuck, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. You're gonna like fucking fight a huge, insane like boss or something. And it's like a fucking Fia's Champ 1 and then Sorcerer Rogier and then Fia's Champ 3 times over. It's so bad. And then we have a lot of dragons here. Okay, let's do the dragons. I'm gonna put all the dragons on C tier simply because they're not as good as like the main bosses, but I still enjoyed the presence of dragons. And I really like, this may be a controversial opinion because a lot of people hated the dragons. They felt that they were repetitive. I actually didn't feel they were repetitive at all. I felt like each dragon had their own characteristic, and I liked the fact that they all had their different individual moveset. Not all dragons, but like the normal dragons, I guess. Maybe I should put them in D tier, actually. You know what? I'm putting them all in D. The reason I'm putting them in D is because I don't think there's like a single dragon fight where it's a good fucking arena. Either the arena has like so much terrain where they can get stuck at, or it's like on a fucking bridge where the fire ricochets off and hits you. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna place them. Let's do the Dragonkin soldiers, right? I think there's like 3, right? Yeah, there's 3 over here. This Dragonkin soldier is the one that you fight in Siofra. He's who you fight first, I think. No, I'm gonna put him at C. And then this is the poison or the Rot Lake Dragonkin soldier. I'm gonna put him on a C too. But the one in Noxtella, I think I'll put it a B, okay? Because the Noxtella one was super fucking cool. I should actually put these ones in. I'll put the Rot one on D just because like repetition. Well, I'll put him in E. Repetition, right? Yeah, I'll put him in E for sure. I'll put him in E. Going to Siofra and fighting this guy was like a big moment. I thought he was like a really, really cool boss. It's a really cool visual spectacle. It's the first of them that you fight, right? And at that point, you're not strong enough to just like one-tap these guys, right? The Dragonkin Soldier of Noxtella, I would put him at an A. The reason why I put him on a B is because he's too easy to kill. By the time you get to fucking Noxtella, you're overpowered. They should have given him more HP. I would actually put him on C, but the reason why I put him on B is obviously because of the phase 2. Because when you get to this guy, you've already fought this dude. And for me, I think I had already fought this dude as well. And then I found this guy. And I was expecting the same thing, right? I was expecting just another random Dragon King, and then he goes into phase 2, and it was super fucking cool. Let's do Landsax as well, I guess. Landsax is gonna be a D for me. No, I'll put him at a C because he definitely deserves to be above the list. He's got his own OST. For most of us, he's probably the first one that we encounter. Oh, fuck. Dude, the Ancient Dragons fucking suck, honestly. Like, where's Fortisax? Let's just do Fortisax as well. Fortisax, I really want to put Fortisax at A, but I feel like he's got to be a B. Okay, fine. I'll put him at A. Here's the reasons why Fortisax isn't an S. He's basically an Ancient Dragon, and you fight like 20,000 of them in this fucking game. He's got a few different moves, which are really cool, right? He's got the fucking spinny spin on phase 2. He's got the double stake, and he looks really fucking cool. He's got a killer name, Lich Dragon Fortisax. His OSC is the best OSC in the game. Unfortunately, on release, he was one of the other bosses, along with Regal Ancestor Spirit, where his phase 2 OSC was bugged, but he's got one of the best fucking OSCs in the game. Who the fuck is this? Elmer of the Briar. Oh, dude, okay. Honestly, A tier boss. Yeah, okay, I think Elmer is like clear A. He is such a fucking cool boss, and it sucks that he doesn't have a remembrance of his own. I think Elmer's really cool. I don't know if they have the other Bellbearing Hunters. Oh, they do. Okay, Bellbearing Hunters. I'm honestly gonna put them on C tier because I think they're really fucking cool bosses. If you put this tier list on YouTube, you have to put Millennium Trash here in the thumbnail. Instant 5 million views. Some of his attacks are a little weird, I will say. Like his shield bash thing. I don't like the grab. I feel like some of his moves are like, they're a little weird. But there's so many bosses. I don't think there's like a single perfect boss, maybe. Gideon Ofnir. Dude, so many people saying trash. Really, Chad? I'm gonna put Ofnir at B. The reason why I put Ofnir at B is simply because it's an NPC fight, and I don't like NPC fights. The reason why I put him in B and not any lower is because it's a cool moment in the game. You don't expect him to like betray you, and he's just standing there, okay? And he's cool. Like, he wants to stop you, even though he's the only other guy who tried to become an Elden Lord, right? Gideon is a very annoying fight because of the spell spam. Yeah, he's just fucking annoying to deal with. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of, maybe I should put him at C. I actually don't even remember. Does Gideon have like a unique OST? He doesn't, right? Oh my god, he doesn't even have a unique OST, does he? Okay, I think I should put him down to C, just because there's way too many negatives. The positives, lore and mechanic. Negatives, annoying fight, OST, NPC fight, I guess. Even though annoying fight and NPC go hand in hand. Okay, so that's why Gideon's over there. Okay, well, let's do Godfrey Spirit. Godfrey Spirit, what do you guys think? E? Really? B? Yeah, I was planning on putting him at B. OST is fucking great. It's a repeat boss. Okay, it is a repeat boss, but the way they did the boss is different, right? It's not just like a cut, copy, paste. Well, it is, but like it's a shade, right? There's lore reasons why it's a repetition, because it's Morgoth's projection. Morgoth's projecting Goldfrey. The OST is really cool because it's like a acapella version of the fucking actual Godfrey OST, and you beat him and you're just like, oh, whatever. And then like you see him later, right? The real guy, and you're like, oh shit, it's the real dude. The only negative here is the arena is a little fucked. The OST is great. I think it's a fair fight, but okay. I'm happy with putting Goldfrey at B. Yeah, we could try to justify it. Whatever. Let's move on, I guess. Godskin Apostle. So this is hard, right? This is really hard because I really like Apostle. I thought it was a great boss. Okay, I'll put Apostle at A for sure. This is the Caelid one. Incredible OST. Really hard boss. Love the lore. I like his mechanics in phase 2. Yeah, descending the divine tower and finding him at the bottom was really cool. That was a big moment for me as well. Yeah, you get a cool reward. Some people have told me that his moveset isn't the most fair because like there's a lot of his attacks that you can't dodge and shit, but I mean there's so many of those bosses in these games. I feel like I gotta forgive that a little. Oh, maybe I should put it at a B though because of all the fucking repetition. No, I shouldn't put him at a B. No, I feel like that wouldn't be fair. Noble, I will put it at a B. I think Noble is a cool boss. I think the concept of Noble is cool. I don't think it's as cool as Apostle, but I think it's cool. I like his spinny shit, even though it's like, it feels incredibly unfair. His donut slam thing is also like pretty cool. He's got like really cool move sets that he can do with his little rapier. He's got like black flame stuff. Yeah, they're overused, which is why I'm gonna put Godskin Duo at E. I'm not gonna put him at trash because I think they're better than Fia's champions, but I'm gonna put Godskin Duo at E. Now, I personally didn't have a problem with Godskin Duo, but I just hate everything about this fight. It's the worst duo fight that they've done. I feel like it just makes no sense how like there's 1 HP bar and then you kill them and they keep getting resummoned, and it's like like it's so fucking tacky. Like, it feels like they just fucking put that in there like the last 2 minutes. And like the only reason that this fight is doable is because you can sleep them, right? With sleep, it's completely fine. But like, I'm not even like talking about the difficulty of the fight. Reminds me of ONS. And ONS was so much better though, because ONS, they both had their individual HP bars. You kill them, they go into phase 2. There's a different phase 2 no matter what you go into. Like, way better. ONS is way fucking better. Like, to me, it just like sends that they didn't have enough fucking time to do it or something, or they just like had this room and they had to fit something in there. But Godskin Duo, I'm also rating them as an E. I'm also like including all the other repetitions of Apostle and Noble. You know what? I feel like Apostle is a B and Noble is a C, just because of how many times they've been reused. Because that really did affect my enjoyment of the fight. Like the amount of times they've been reused. Like, the first time I fought Apostle, he was like the best fucking boss in the game. And the next time he was here, then another time he's over here. Like, it just keeps getting worse every time you fight them. Think about the amount of times you fight them once in like Caelid, like Apostle, you fight him in Caelid. Then you fight Apostle like in the fucking village in Altus Plateau. Then you fucking fight Apostle and Noble in like one of those caves in is it Consecrated or Mountaintops over there. Then you fight Duo. It's just so bad, dude. Maybe Apostle should be A. It's because like, yeah, first playthrough, you see him, it's a cool moment. Oh, Unite Misbegotten. I guess I put him at an E, right? You think it's a C? Isn't this guy like repeated as well a lot? I mean, I 3-shot this guy like super late into the game. So my first experience of him was like really bad. He's a unique boss though when you first start the game. I guess that's fair. I don't know, it's just underwhelming. I'll put him at a D. I guess, okay, I'll put him at C. Because for a majority of players, he's probably like their first significant boss. So I'll put him at C. I'm okay with that. I think it's a fun boss. Royal Knight Loretta. Okay, so this is Blue Retta. Blue Retta is a D tier boss. This was, okay, so I went to Carrier Manor super early and I found Blue Loretta. I thought it was a cool boss, but it was basically Tree Sentinel plus. She basically has the same moveset as Tree Sentinel. I feel like with Loretta, they once again wanted to do the same thing that they did with Goldfree, where it was like foreshadowing, right? You find her in Carrier Manor and then you find her again in Halictree as the Knight of the Halictree. It just didn't do it for me. Like the boss fight is boring. It's an annoying boss fight and it's fucking boring. Now let's do Loretta Knight of the Halictree. So real Loretta, C tier fight. Okay, the reason why I put real Loretta as a C tier fight is because this fight is one of the worst fights in the fucking game. When you find her, it's not that impressive, okay? Because you've already seen the other Loretta. No new OST. Her OST is the exact same as the fucking Tree Sentinel stock OST. She has the same moveset. She literally has the same moveset, right? Does she have like a different moveset from Loretta? Like, what are her moves that are different? Oh, she's got the triple slash, right? That's like one move, I think. And maybe the four-piece arrow, that might be it too. She has way too much HP and she does way too much damage, okay? This is me dipping into my like fucking challenge runner brain for a little bit. Her fucking double slash, it completely fucking one-shots you, dude, okay? And she's got too many true combos. It's just a bad boss, in my opinion. Magma Worm Makar. Let's do Makar first. I think Makar is a C tier boss and the other Magma Worm is like a D tier boss, okay? Same reason as the dragons. I think the dragons are cool. And I think the Magma Worms are all just like, they're not meant to be like unique bosses. They're meant to be like repetitive bosses that you fight here and there, right? They're like a species or whatever. They're better filler than most things, but they're just filler. Yeah, basically. Yeah. If Margit isn't going in S tier, I'm mass reporting the stream. Margit can't be S tier though. I'll put Margit at A tier just because of the existence of Morgoth. Name a better first boss than Margit. Margit is a great first boss, but like, I don't think we should give him extra points just because he's a great first boss. Both are S because of when you meet Margit, placement is important. Okay, here's the thing. You guys are saying placement is important. I didn't like that we fought Margit where we fought Margit. I didn't understand why he was in the front of Stormvale Castle. It didn't make sense to me, other than the fact that they just wanted to like throw a boss at you as the first boss into the game. Just do a god tier above S. Can I actually do that? Can I add like another tier? Incredible, right there. We'll do that. And then, okay, I'm okay with putting Margit on S. Dude, okay, no. But here's the thing, chat. His fucking arena is just garbage. I'm sorry. Margit's arena is so bad. You fucking roll off all the time. Like, there's fucking wood pieces that like you fucking roll into. Like, you're constantly like getting pushed to the side. Right, okay, so here's what we've got, right? Dialogue, S tier. OST, We can delete incredible. I don't think we need the incredible bar. No need for incredible. Okay, fine. We'll delete it. How do I fucking... Okay, Jesus Christ, chat. All right, mimic tier should be a D tier fight, I would say. I would put it at a D instead of trash. No, there's no way mimic tier is as bad as fucking Fia's champs, chat. Come on. Yeah, the concept is A, the fight is E, the execution is also an E, which is why I think we put him at a D. Oh my god, Red Wolf of Radigan. I think Red Wolf of Radigan is an E tier fight. And the reason why I say it's an E tier fight, the first time you fight him is in Raelocarium. It's just such a fucking hard fight because of the fucking arena. The arena is garbage, right? The boss itself is really hard, right? It's a hard boss. I like the mechanics and stuff. I actually really... Are you done with the tier list? Fuck no. The boss is hard. Fucking input reads way too much. Further on in the game, it gets repeated. Like the fucking repetition over and over. The OST is kind of nice. I will say the OST is good. If this was like a unique boss, I would put it at like a D or even a C. But like the repetition is what like brings it down like 2 tiers for me, honestly. Valiant Gargoyles. Valiant, obviously S tier, right? Guards is the other boss that is immediate trash tier. Worse than Fia's champs. I don't know why the fuck you find or like in the speedrun route, the fastest route, you have to do gargoyles into Fia's champs. It's just so bad, dude. Worst fucking boss in the game. OC's kind of trash. Whatever. Let's just talk about that because, you know, hitboxes are so bad. Poison for no reason at all that kills FPS, but forget about the fucking FPS. The poison is like acid on your skin because it just doesn't poison you. It also fucking ticks you. It's like a fucking, you get run over by a fucking bus. And then like the only thing that remains is like your skull, right? And your skull is still alive, but then now your skull is poisoned, so you're not alive. This is the only fight on my first playthrough that I had to use a summon on. I had to use my mimic tier. And then the next day, I realized that my fucking save file got reverted 12 hours back because of a fucking update, and I had to do this fight again. Worst fucking fight. I'm gonna put Estelle at S tier, okay? I'm gonna put Estelle at S tier. Listen, chat, what the fuck is that ad? Jesus Christ, listen. There's a reason Estelle is at S tier, okay? The first time you find Estelle, dude, Estelle is just the coolest fucking boss in the entire game. Like, in terms of visuals. In terms of fucking visuals, dude. Dude, he's such a beautiful fucking boss, dude. Regal Ancestor is better looking? Fuck no. Oh, the grab. Oh, well, okay, yeah, but even Radahn has like moves. I mean, hitboxes are hitboxes. Yeah, the grab hitbox is bad. The grab hitbox is bad. Dude, there's no way Estelle is like on the same tier as fucking Fortisax or Godskin Apostle. There's no way. Estelle is definitely above fucking Fortisax, Neil, and Godskin Apostle, dude. What do I think of the OST? Not my kind of OST, but I really like it. I think it's very thematic. It's got like this whole space vibe to it. It's very dreamy. It's like horror. The way you see Estelle, you do a big running segment, right? You have to go through fucking Angel River Valley, Nook Stella, Lake of Rot. You go through fucking 20,000 coffins, and then you finally arrive in this one spot. And then the fog gate as well. If you actually notice, when you go through the fog gate, you don't enter like how you normally enter arenas. You enter tilted because you see Estelle on your right side, and then you see the whole fucking arena. It's like one of the most magical fucking moments in the game. And then you go close, right? You think you see it, and it's like this space thing. It looks really cool. You go close, and then it's got this fucking skull, and it's like it's insane, dude. They put a lot of effort to it. I like it. The grab, yes, I agree. The grab is bad. The grab hitbox is bad, but I don't think that should take away from the boss. Radahn has a lot of fucking hitboxes that are weird. We'll do the other Estelle too. Other Estelle, I'm gonna place him in D tier. I think D is fine because he's only repeated once as opposed to like the rest of these guys. Well, I guess Ancestor Spirit too, but I just don't like that fight too much. When I found out that Estelle had a repetition, I hated it. But there's a justification, which is that the Estelles are supposed to be a type of animal. Like the dragons, there's a part of a species that evolved from the falling star beasts, right? Everyone knows about it. I still feel like that's a shitty fucking excuse though. It did take away from the main Estelle fight for me, but I still feel like the main Estelle fight is such a good Estelle fight that this is fine. All that makes sense, but they shouldn't have done that to a remembrance boss. Yeah, I agree. Dude, okay, before I do okay, it seems like we have all the remembrance bosses, so I'm gonna do some of the other... Who the fuck is this? Adon, Thief of Fire? Fucking... Alright, fine, E tier. I'm just not even gonna, like, pay attention to some of these bosses. So these are all the fucking Everjail bosses, right? I mean, this guy was kind of cool, but it's like, whatever. It's like E tier. No, I mean, I did this guy. He's the one in the Everjail on top of Liurnia. I mean, this guy's kind of cool though, so I think I should put him at D tier. I'll put him at D for now, and then we'll see. Blackblade Kindred, D. Can we agree that Blackblade Kindred is a D boss? I think he's pretty cool. A? Wait, really? I mean, he's repeated like 3 times. He's not that bad, but he's like repeated so many fucking times. You see him so early in Caelid, huh? I guess that's fair. I'll put him at C because you see him early. He is a cool boss. The gargoyles by themselves are fine, I think. Yeah, I'll put him in C tier. I think we gotta settle with C though. Beastman of Farum Azula. All right, whatever, dude. Black Knife Assassin. We have Electo coming up somewhere. So, Electo, Black Knife Ringleader. Chat, does Electo have the same moveset as a Black Knife Assassin? Electo has more. I actually found Electo to be a really fucking cool fight, so I'll put it at B tier. I thought Electo was really cool. I think Electo should be B, and the Black Knife Assassin. No, I'm gonna put the rest of the assassins at D. I don't think they should be on the same level as. No, actually no. D's kind of like. Yeah, I guess like C. There's so many of them though. Erdtree Burial Watchdog. C tier fight, I think. Fucking trash. Wait, really? I think it's a cool fight. It's very unique. I love the design and the way it moves. Yeah, it's like very like mechanical, right? It would have been cool if it wasn't repeated 18 times. How many times are these guys actually repeated? A lot? Really? Dude, come on. It's so funny. It's such a funny fight. Oh, there's a normal one too. Okay, I'll do this. I'll put the duo in D. Right. I'll put the duo in D. And I'll put the single in C. Right? You know what? Fucking S tier, all right? Erdtree Burial Watchdog better than Margit the Fell Omen. All right, chat? That's what you get. Cemetery Shade. I'll be honest, I fought like one of these guys and I was like super overpowered. I think this boss is like really cool. Should this be a C? You guys think this should be a C? It is. I guess it is forgettable, but like it's a cool design. D for sure. Yeah, I think they should be D. Crucible Knight Duo. E? S tier. S or trash. I feel like they should be right next to Godskin Duo. Okay. Misbegotten Warrior and Crucible Knight. E tier. Makes no sense. Makes no fucking sense. I don't know why. It's just a random fucking assortment of enemies. No, it can't be D. Dude, there's no like lore reason or anything. Maybe they're lovers. They're both from the Crucible, the original tree. Yeah, but it's also like weird that you fight them right before Radahn. You fight them in like right before Radahn. Trash tier for making. There's no way this is a D, chat. I'm putting this at E. Okay, I don't know. It's a duo fight. Duo fights are pretty bad. Okay, maybe this duo fight can be a D. Because honestly, I didn't feel like this was that bad. Crucible Knight. Crucible Knight, I think, is a C tier boss. Hey, really? Dude, there's... Chat, you guys are so fucking insane. B tier. Yeah, B tier for sure. Clean Rod Knight. Whatever. Crystallian. D tier, I would say. I like the concept of like breaking them. Trash? No. Okay, wait. Hold on. There's like 3 of these. I would say the trio, I would say it's E tier. I don't think any of these bosses are as bad as Fierce Champs or Valiant Gargoyles. No. I think the duo is fine and the single is also fine. Bloodhound Knight Darrell. Bloodhound Knight is a C tier boss, I think. Or maybe B tier. Actually, what do you guys think? I would put this guy at B tier for sure, I think. Deathrite Bird and the Deathbird. Deathrite Bird is a easy either A or B for sure. You know what? I would put Deathrite Bird as like an A tier. I really like that boss. I think it's such a cool boss. Deathbird, I would put it at B tier. So I think I'm happy with that there. Demi-Human Chief. Who? Demi-Human Queen. Fucking D tier, right? I mean, it wasn't like really that impressive. It was like whatever. All right, who do we have next? Grave Warden Duelist. Grave Warden Duelist is forgettable. I don't think they're like that forgettable. I would put them in D tier. Cool design. I didn't even know they're like as a boss. The only place where I fought this guy was like outside the Landel Coliseum. That's the only part where I fought him. Esger, Priest of Blood. I think Esger is a C tier boss. Isn't he unique? I don't think there's like a second one, right? As far as I'm aware. Yeah, so I think Esger should be C. I don't think Esger should be a B because he's got 2 dogs with him. Erdtree Avatar Duo. I'll put this at E tier. Isn't this the one at Consecrated Snowfield? Yeah, I put this at E tier. Erdtree Avatar in itself, I will put at C tier. Reason it's C tier. Wow, maybe it should be B, honestly. No, yeah, C tier, not B. I think it should be C. I'm happy with them being C tier. It's okay, we're making it through all of these, all right? Putrid Avatar, oh, this is like a separate tier. Should Putrid be C as well? Because it's like, I feel like it's a different boss. I feel like I'm okay with Putrid being C as well. You fight it in Caelid, and like, yeah, I like the Rod Blood Slam. I don't know. Foul Twins. Fell Twins is a D tier fight, I think. It's not as bad as Godskin Duo or any of these other fights, but it's just such a wide fight. Like, it makes no sense why it's over there. Like, you just go into a fight and, like, everything turns black, and then there's these two guys fucking keck waddling, you know, towards you, and, like, they take, like, 5 years to get you, and you're just like, oh, okay, I guess. They're just, like, completely random, so I think they should be D tier. Okay, Falling Star Beast, Altus Plateau, Full-Grown Falling Star Beast, Falling Star Beast, Kaled. Wait, where's the Kaled Falling Star Beast? Oh, the, inside, Celia Crystal Tunnel? Is that the one here? Celia, okay. All three of them are the same, right? They all have the same moveset, don't they? Full-Grown has laser. Oh, do they not, do the babies not have lasers? Okay, Falling Star Beast is an A tier boss, in my opinion. The Full-Grown Falling Star Beast is an A tier boss. I think it's a really fucking cool boss. I like the arena, because this is the one that you fight on top of Mount Gelmir, right? I think the arena is fine. It's not the best, but, like, it's better than the fucking Kaled one, for sure, because you're not in a cave. It's got a really, really cool moveset. The hitboxes are a little whatever, but so are Markets. Okay, so are Godskin Impossible, so are a lot of these hitboxes. I think the fight is cool. I like the OST. Huge variety of movesets. The other Falling Star Beasts, I'll put them in, like, C tier, I think. I would put the Kaled one on D tier just because of the cave that you fight him in. I think it's really, really bad, but it gets lifted to a C tier just because this is probably the first one that you fight, because you get transported here through Limgrave, and it's a cool boss because it's the first one that you fight, right? Soldier of Godric. I mean, come on. I mean, obviously, Soldier of Godric is like a no-brainer, right? It's just, look at him, dude. Just, there's Radon, there's Estelle, and then just look at him. He's just fucking standing there menacing, dude. He's just fucking imposing figure. He needs a god tier, yeah. I mean, also, how can you Grafted Scion? Hardest boss in the game, really. Grafted Scion S tier boss. So hard that only 1 or 2 hitless runners fight him. Only 1 or 2 hitless runners even attempt him. So obviously, Soldier of Godric and Grafted Scion is S tier. Guardian Golem, whatever. Mad Pumpkinhead Duo, whatever. Pumpkinhead, D tier? Like the one Pumpkinhead, I would say D tier. Stupid helmet enemy, yeah, it's not too good, not too bad, but like kind of cool. Miranda the Blighted Bloom, fucking E tier. I don't even need to fucking explain, it's just a fucking flower, okay? Listen, I like flowers, but Knights Cavalry, I would say D tier. I just wasn't impressed with the Knights Cavalry. BRA, no way, dude, no way. Okay, C tier. C is as far as I'm willing to go. I'm not gonna go for B. Yeah, I'm good at leaving them at C. I'll leave them at C. Nox, Sorceress, and Priest. Fucking D tier. I feel like this is like the one duo fight that's like kind of cool, just because like it's not that hard. Omen Killer, basically Artorias moveset. Omen Killer, I would put a D tier. The first time it's cool, but then you realize they're like kind of, oh yeah, it's Capra Demon, not Artorias. I'm sorry, Capra Demon. Alabaster, Onyx Lord. These guys are cool. I'll put them at D tier. I kind of feel like they're the same as like the Ancient Heroes of Amor. You think they're C? Yeah, I'll put them in C. I think they're cool. In fact, I'll also put the Ancient Heroes of Amor at C. I think Zamor and Onyx Lord should both be C. Kindred of Rod duo, whatever. Don't really care. Royal Revenant. Okay, Royal Revenant, I think should be B or C. It's a hard boss. I like the design. I think it's really fucking annoying and hard, but I think it's really cool. Arena is bad. Repetition, just an annoying fight, all in all, I think, for Rebel. Okay, fine, C. I think C is fine. Rune Barrel. Oh my god, dude. Fucking, okay, listen. There you go. We have the next entry into the fucking trashed here, okay? Listen. This fucking boss. Okay, you know what? No. E. They're not as bad as Gargoyles or Fia's Champs, but they're still really fucking bad. Oh, Patches. I didn't see Patches. I would put Patches in B tier just because of lore. Simply because of lore. I mean, the fight is like garbage in itself. Okay, maybe not B. All right, well, we're getting carried away. I'll put Patches on C tier. Sanguine Noble. Fucking whatever, D tier. Actually should be E tier, I think, because I rated Esger, I think, in C tier. So I'll put all the other nobles because they're basically the same thing. Scaly Misbegotten. What? Sure. Spirit Caller Snail. Chat, is this the one? Is this a duo snail? It is. Okay, E tier. Whatever, E tier, dude. Wait, no, there's another one. There's two. There's 2 Spirit Caller Snails. Wait, what's this one? Who does this one call? The right one is duo. Oh yeah, really? What gave it away? Oh, he just calls a fucking Crucible Knight, right? Yeah. fucking E tier, whatever. Perfumer, Tricia, and Misbegotten. Dude, these fucking Misbegottens. Okay, listen, E tier. Tibia Mariner. Tibia Mariner is a B tier boss, and I'm sorry if you disagree, okay? Tibia Mariner is 100% a B tier boss. There's Giga Chad fucking rows his boat, not only through water, but through mud, through snow, through air. Okay, he's just rowing his fucking boat, all right, throughout the lands between. And like he hits you with this fucking horn. I yawned. E tier. Okay. DTS, Draconic Tree Sentinel. No way. There's no way that it's like A or B. It's either C or D. I guess C is fine, right? Draconic is D, regular is C. It is really generic, isn't it? I mean, he's got like a cool phase too. I really don't like the shield lightning attack. Like the hitbox is really weird. The hitbox on like Tree Sentinels in general are weird. And this is like the main Tree Sentinel, the first Tree Sentinel. I feel like this Tree Sentinel should be C tier as well though. Honestly, this is what I'd be comfortable with. DTS on D and regular Tree Sentinel on C, considering that this is the first one that you face in the game. But then like this guy does have like an expanded moveset. Bolts, Carrier Knight. This is like a Liurnia Evergale guy, right? Fucking whatever, dude. D tier. Yeah, it's just a troll, isn't it? Okay, yeah, E tier. Stone Digger Troll, whatever, E tier. I'm gonna put the Ulcerated Tree Spirit at C tier, okay? I think it is a really, really cool boss. The issue with the Ulcerated Tree Spirit is the arena. I hate the arenas that they're in sometimes, like the one that you see in Radahn's fight comes to mind, or not after Radahn, in the fucking dungeon. I think it's a really cool, unique boss in terms of movesets. By unique, of course, it's repeated, but like even though it's repeated, it's like it's different. You feel like you're fighting a different type of boss. Abductor Virgins, in whatever E tier, who cares? Or yeah, don't really give a fuck. Vike is a cool fight, honestly. I don't think I fought him. I fought the Invasion Vike, which is like really cool. Yeah, I think I'll put him in C, just because it's like an NPC fight, and it's got all the issues with FromSoft's NPC fights. Wormface, whatever, E tier. All right, Chad, we are now going into the Remembrance bosses, okay? We're about to get into the Remembrance bosses. We'll start with Rykard, okay? Because Rykard is easy for me. Where do you guys think Rykard should go? Ah, shit, dude, I don't have chat on screen. Did I not have chat on screen this whole time? Fuck, this YouTube video is gonna be like so bad. I think Rykard is easy S tier. One of the coolest bosses in the game. What, do you not think I'd put Rykard at S tier? Humanoid? Really? His second phase just sucks? I think it's really cool. Rykard, like his phase 2 skull attack is also... Okay, let me explain why Rykard is S tier, right? Undodgeable Ground Slam is not S tier. Let me just get rid of 99% of this tier list then, because they all have more than one move that is just fucking garbage, all right? Are you telling me that Margit's hitboxes are okay? You guys said Margit should be S tier. He's got insane fucking hitbox issues, okay? I'm just saying. Rykard phase 1, the Earthquake attack is bad. He's Yorm done right. He's a much better Yorm fight, yes. He's hard. 2 issues. Earthquake, poison. Really frustrating. But the rest of his fight is just that good that I'd still make him S tier. The visual spectacle, the arena is really fucking cool. His arena is one of the best arenas in the game. I'm not saying in like a comfortable way of fighting, but like just the design of his arena is so fucking cool. There's like chandeliers everywhere. There's like corpses. There's pillars. Like the boss design is also really fucking cool. You go in his arena. It looks like a fist, right? The snake is coiled into each other and it looks like a fucking fist, which I guess might be like it might be the whole theme of like, you know, fingers and stuff like that. The OST is one of the best OSTs in the game as well. Cutscene, exactly. Voice acting, really good. I mean, the whole together thing, it's like a fucking meme, but very, very cool. The skull attack in phase 2, people say it's bad. Yes, I agree. I mean, I don't agree it's bad. I think it's like so fucking cool to just see. It's like you're literally in hell. Like you're never gonna forget that the first fucking time it happens. There's like his fucking Rancor that's coming in. He's got his attacks. There's like the sky turns red. There's like fucking skulls flying in, and like the music is building up until he does like the weapon arm from the Blasphemous Blade. It's just, there's so much going on, and it's like so cool. It's so fucking hectic. I think it's a cool fight. We'll do Renala next. Where do you guys think Renala should be? C, S, V, A, C, A, B, C. Oh my god, okay. I would put Renala in A tier. Okay, no. I would put Renala in... yeah, I would put Renala in A tier for sure. Yeah, I would. Oh my god, dude. Everyone's fucking... Everyone's so mad. I was about to throw hands if she was at B. There's no way Renala deserves to be in the same category as like the fucking Crucible Knight or like Bloodhound Knight or whatever. Maybe Commander Neil goes to B, actually, looking at this. I think that's the only change I'd make. From A to B, Commander Neil would go down. So reasons why I think Renala is an A tier fight. We got to look at both phases, right? First phase is Deacons, yes, but it's way better than Deacons in my opinion. Like there's a lot more going on, right? You got to find the kids. The kids all do different move sets. There's like, you know, kids that do the fucking book. There's kids that like do the fire breath thing. There's kids that drop the chandelier. I really like the phase 2 though. Maybe she is B tier though, now that I think about it. Maybe she is B. Because like, even in phase 2, listen, Renala is a visual spectacle, right? The arena phase 2 is really fucking cool with the moon and like the river and shit like that. The cutscene is great. The OST is fucking great. The actual fight in itself, the phase 2 fight is okay. Because like, I like the moon attack, right? I think the moon attack is cool. The summons are kind of cool, I guess. But like the rest of the spells are pretty underwhelming. Yeah, oh, dude, it hurts. It actually does hurt. But I feel like, oh, dude, I don't know. Yeah, but then it can't be the same tier as the regular Death Word. That is true. Which means this guy goes to a C. Wait, all of these people will then go to a C. Like the fucking Renala can't be the same as a fucking Crucible Knight. Bro, this fucking ruined my tier list. I'm gonna rearrange everything now. Crucible Knight goes to a C. Bloodhound Knight, he goes to a C. Yeah, I think it should be a B. Fuck, dude. Renala's a fucking B. Placiduous Axe. What do you guys think? Placiduous Axe for me is an A tier boss, okay? Simply because the hitboxes on that fight are really bad. Visuals, great. OST, great. Arena, great. The hitboxes on the fight are fucking miserable. It's so hard to actually do this fight melee. If he fucking moves, if he fucking scratches his butt, you get hit. If he fucking like moves his fucking pinky, you just get fucking hit, dude. It's just bad. The OST is fucking banging. And the fucking cutscene is great where he's just there. But I also feel like I was kind of done with dragons at this point, you know? Like it's just another fucking dragon, you know? All right, we're gonna do controversial bosses in the end. All right, let's get this out of the fucking way. Morgoth. Where do you guys think Morgoth should be? Okay, according to me, Morgoth should be a free S tier, dude. Morgoth should be a clear S tier boss. I think Morgoth is one of the fucking coolest bosses in the entire fucking game. You go from Margit. Margit is annoying because he's fucking delayed and shit, right? And then you see Morgoth and you're kind of like, oh, this fucking guy again. Didn't I already fight him? And then he just fucking pulls everything out and he just fucking... like, he just Beyblades all around you, and it's, like, so fucking cool. You know, he's got, like, 20 different weapons, and, like, he's got the cutscene, dude. The cutscene is so cool. What is thy business with these thrones? General Radahn, the twin prodigies, Mikola and Malay. You're just like, oh my god, dude, give me your fucking tail so I can stuff it in my mouth. You see that he wasn't just some nobody you beat first area, and then he just changes the sword and does cartwheels? Right! And, like, when he says the grand reveal, where he's, like, felled by Morgoth, last of all kings, I was just like, wait, oh shit, that's the guy. Voice acting is so good. Yeah, his OST is really, really good. Arena is great, except I still somehow managed to get stuck on pillars. Yeah, the boss fight is so much fun to do. Are we done? We're done. We're good with Morgoth, right? Okay. Godric the Grafted. Okay, where do you guys think Godric should be? Really? So many A's? I think he's a B, chat. I think Godric is a B for me. You're out. Holy shit, I didn't know we had so many Godric weebs, dude. Godric is a cool boss, but he's got a lot of issues. First off, first boss you fight, so I'm not gonna say he's like weak as fuck, right? He's like the first remembrance boss that you're supposed to fight. Kind of underwhelming. He's got some cool moves and shit, but then in phase 2 he gets like a dragon, which is like, okay, whatever. He's got really, really weird cyclone attacks that ricochet around and can hit you. Like the hitboxes on Godric are also really, really weird. Cool cutscene. Yeah, the cutscene is cool, I guess. Yeah, the fire attack is so bad with the bounces. Exactly. Great arena, great spectacle, interesting moves, much better than Renala. No, I mean Renala's arena is way better. Also, I feel like Renala's spectacle is way better than Godric. I don't know. In what universe is the boss as detailed as Godric in the same tier as Renala? How are you saying that Renala is like lower tier than Godric? They made grafting into a big deal in like the trailers and shit, but like, yeah, it was a complete letdown, right? Because they showed Godric in the trailers and I was like thinking, oh, this guy's like a big deal or whatever. And then like, nah, he just does nothing. He's supposed to be a disappointment. Well, yeah, but I'm disappointed in the disappointment. I don't think it's a fun fight. He's got so many delayed attacks, first off, right? Where are all the fucking people that hated the delayed attacks? Where did they all go? Did they all go to fucking bed? The delayed attacks are like bad. And then like his fucking cyclone attacks that he does, they fucking ricochet off the arena and come and hit you again. You can somehow manage to roll off of his arena and fall down. I feel like Godric is a boring fight. Personally, I feel like Godric is a boring fight. I didn't really like the OSC initially because it's not my type of not my type of OSC, but like it's actually a really, really good composition. Okay, we're getting to the fun bosses. I'm gonna knock out Fire Giant because I think Fire Giant, we're all gonna be agreeing where Fire Giant should be. Don't fucking say A. Do not fucking say A, dude. My first playthrough, when I saw Fire Giant, I was impressed, but I wasn't majorly impressed, right? I was just like, oh, this is a cool boss, but I wasn't like captivated like I was with Estelle or Rykard or Radahn or any of those bosses. And then I was like, okay, surely I'm dealing no damage. There has to be a way to do this fight, right? There has to be like a cheese, or there has to be like not a cheese, but like I'm missing something, right? So then I looked for it, and then I realized, okay, you gotta break the stake, or not the stake, the fucking splint, right? So I broke the splint, and I'm like, okay, there you go. Now he's a piece of shit. Except the splint did literally nothing. And then I looked for the next mechanic to abuse, because surely there had to be a mechanic. Except there was no mechanic. And then I stagger him in phase 2, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna pop the eyeball. And then I hit the eyeball, and it does lesser damage than a fucking R1. So because of all of that, I think we leave Fire Giant at a C tier. There's reasons why he gets propped up. OST, cutscene, design of the boss, like visually, I think it's cool with like the face and shit like that. But the fucking hitboxes on Fire Giant, you guys talk about how Rykard is like a one build only boss. That's fucking Fire Giant, dude. Fire Giant, maybe not a one build only boss, but there's certainly builds that you just can't fucking fight Fire Giant with. Fire Giant is like the most frustrating fucking boss in the game, and I actually really like the boss. But then after speedrunning and after doing hitless runs, I actually understand how hard it is to deal damage to him. Like, it is so hard to deal damage to him, because like, so there's a part of his foot, right? Like, you break his splint, and you think that, okay, it's the back of his fucking heel, but it's not the back of the heel. There's this small portion of flesh on like the right side of his heel that's like not at the floor, but it's like not too high as well. There's like this one patch, and that's where you can deal the most amount of damage to him. You deal a little low, a little high, a little to the front, a little to the back. No, you're done. And I only recently soured on Fire Giant because like I mentioned, he would probably be at like A tier for me, or B tier. He would have probably been an A tier when I was doing like my initial hitless runs, but then like when I started speedrunning, I realized how bad he was to like actually do as a melee build without any auxiliary effect. That's it with Fire Giant, okay? Godfrey first, Elden Lord, Horaloo. What do you guys think? Okay, that's good. We all agree. I will put Godfrey first, Elden Lord, and Horaloo on S tier for sure. One of the best fights in the game. Yeah, it's just a really fucking cool. Isn't he too easy? This isn't based on difficulty. I mean, we look at certain things, but like, I mean, I also don't think he's that easy. I don't know. I think phase 1 is also really good. I would say even phase 1, just because of the OST, the cutscene, the lore, like, you know, just the way they fucking introduce him. Like, it's just him with Morgoth, and then he says how like, alas, I've returned to seek counsel, or to seek audience once more. Upon my name is Godfrey, and the moment he says Godfrey and he fucking puts his axe down, and like the music starts blaring out, it's so good, dude. It's so fucking good. What an epic moment. And then like phase 1 is good too, right? Because you think, okay, it's the same as a goal free fight, okay, whatever. And then you get to that phase 1.5 where he does the fucking stomp, and then dude, it's insane, right? He just fucking chases you, and like that was like my first time in the game where I realized, okay, I mean, you can roll it, of course, but I was like jumping the attacks. It was like really fucking cool. And then you fight him, you take him to like half HP, and then like, yeah, he rips everything off. Out comes fucking Horaloo, like the guy from the cutscene. And then like, yeah, it's just such a unique fight, like with the grabs, and like he's got like the fucking melee shit. Just a really, really cool fight. I thought it was great. Yeah, just, I don't know. We have, okay, let's do Malekith, right? Malekith. I don't think there's a lot of discussion on Horaloo. Where do you guys think Malekith should be? Yeah, Malekith includes Gurunk as well. Both phases. Malekith is an incredible fight, okay? And I was gonna put him in S, right? Because it's like the most fun fight in the game, I think. But he's got barely any fucking HP. All right, he's got barely any HP, but he's still such a fucking good fight, even though he's got that negative that he goes into S, okay? Like, even though he's that easy, he still goes into S, dude. Still a fucking S, all right? Just because the fight is that fucking good. Phase 1 is fucking great too. Like, such a good fucking fight, dude. The OC is fucking great. You see the beast clergyman, and you're like, oh, it's this fucking guy. Oh, he's the boss? Okay, whatever. And then you get to like phase 2, and then you realize, right? Because he fucking, like, the fucking cutscene, and then he's like, oh, death, become my blade once more. And then he pulls it out. Oh, dude, it's so sick. It is like anime as fuck. And then like his cloak reveals, and then the hair comes out, and then like we've been waiting for this guy, right? Because we see him in the trailers, right? And then we were like thinking, oh, where do we fight this guy? Where do we fight this guy? And then like he shows up, and then you fucking see Malekith the Black Blade, and you're like, oh shit, dude. At like the start of the fight, he jumps. Like his fucking moveset is great. Like he just jumps, he flies, he leaps from pillar to pillar. The OSC in phase 2 is also so good. Like there's just so many good things about Malekith. All right, let's do Moog. I mean, these are not gonna be that controversial, I think. What do you guys think, Moog? Oh, okay. It's not that like that obvious. Okay. I think Moog is. Listen, there's one thing I don't like about Moog, and that's Nihil, and I'll talk about it. But I think Moog is an easy S tier as well. A very, very easy S. I have a few issues with Moog, but I'll talk about the issues later, right? You hate fighting Moog phase 2. I fucking love Moog phase 2. I actually think Moog phase 2 is great. Moog phase 2 is impossible. You wait for an opening for 10. Have you guys seen me fight Moog phase 2? I'm like a Moog phase 2 specialist. Moog phase 2 is fantastic, okay? Like, there's so much blood everywhere. The fucking wings. Moog phase 2 is great. I don't have an issue with Moog phase 2. Moog has to be A tier, though, just because of the existence of Mini Moog, sadly. Like, the fight is fucking great, but, like, me facing Mini Moog before Main Moog just completely destroyed. I got spoiled. I got fucking spoiled here, and it completely, like, deflated me when I found out that, like, when we had the whole cutscene, right, there was no moment for me like, oh, I wonder who this is. I was like, oh, it's just fucking Moog again. It's like, the fight in itself is fucking great. If Mini Moog spoiled Moog, Margit spoiled Morgoth the exact same way. No, because I didn't know that there was gonna be a fucking Morgoth appearance. Mini Moog is just so fucking random. Like, it was kind of obvious, I feel like. I don't think it's the same as a Margit Morgoth situation. Also, yeah, they have the same, they have different movesets and stuff, I guess. It's just, like, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, we look at Estelle, and we look at the second Estelle. You're more likely to find original Estelle and then find second Estelle, but you're more likely to see Mini Moog and then Moog, because Mini Moog is in the capital, right? While Main Moog is in the Consecrated. You're only gonna go to Consecrated pretty much towards endgame, so you're more likely to get spoiled. I don't know. Moog is, like, the boss in itself is S tier for me. Cutscene, great, right? Tied to Mikola and Millennia. You have the whole Lord thing. You have his whole area, him appearing out of blood, and then just being all, welcome, dear customer? No, traveler? What does he say? Welcome, honored guest. Welcome, honored guest. And then, like, okay, so like at the start of the game, there's also like his arena. We gotta talk about the arena, right? Because at the start of the fucking game, you go into Siofra, right? And you see that fucking arena in the distance, right? It's like lit up, and you're like thinking, how do I get there, right? Maybe I can't get there. I wonder how I get there. You can't get there in Siofra. You go to Nocrone, and you see it again, and you're thinking, oh, this is where I'm gonna go. But you can't get there as well in Nocrone. But you see one of those shades, like one of those guys that you can talk to that are like praying and being like, oh, how do I get to the Mogwin Dynasty, blah, blah, blah. You finally get to the Mogwin Dynasty, and like you're in that area that you've seen in Siofra, that you've seen in Nocrone. It's really fucking cool. And then like you're thinking it's the same fight, but then he starts doing tres, duos, unos, right? And like you're thinking, what is this ring around me? And then like the moment where he does fucking nihil, like, right? And then you're just like, oh, you just fucking die, which, okay, we'll talk about Nihil, right? His OST, by the way, one of the best OSTs in the game. I know I've said that quite a bit, but I legitimately think that Moog's OST is so fucking good. Phase 2, fucking incredible, right? After he does Nihil, like the whole arena turns red, visually incredible. You bleed, he heals, he gets fucking wings, and he starts flying around. The entire arena is burning, and it is crazy, dude. And like the Phase 2 OST as well is so good. Great fucking fight, really difficult fight, Phase 2 especially. I mean, you can get Moog's shackles, and you can like rod and breath him. I mean, okay, I wouldn't say it's like the hardest fight, but like, yeah, bleed, you can bleed everything. I think the fight is great. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. The last two bosses. Let's do Millennia first. Where do you guys think Millennia should be? I mean, I think you guys know where I'm gonna put Millennia. Millennia for me is a clear S tier boss, okay? Now, I know the arguments against it, right? There shouldn't be a move like Waterfall that's like so difficult for casual players to learn how to avoid. and it's a hard boss. I think waterfowl is okay. Is it fair? Not really, but there's ways you can get around it, right? It's not like you have to fight her melee. Now, are those ways like really obscure and like non-intuitive? Yeah, I personally like the fact that there's like a boss that you have to use a lot of skill to beat, and I don't want it to be like pretty gatekeepy or gatekeeping or whatever, right? I don't want it to like sound like that at all. And okay, when I rated these bosses, I also didn't like think about using summons or mimic tier or stuff like that, because like that would change a lot of stuff in my opinion. Millennia is a really hard fight. I personally feel like Millennia is the hardest fight that I've done. I haven't played Bloodborne and I haven't played like Demon Souls, but like from Sekiro, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Elden Ring, I think Millennia is the hardest fight. The one thing I hate about Millennia, the lifesteal makes no sense to me, and she shouldn't have the lifesteal. I feel like they kind of fucked up with giving her lifesteal. Even from a lore standpoint, the lifesteal makes no sense. It's just, they were just like, hey, there's this hard boss, let's just slap lifesteal on top of it. It just makes no sense at all. I thought she was like really, really cool boss. Her cutscene is a little awkward. Her dialogues are a little awkward. Her music is so fucking good. Her phase 2 music especially. The visuals of the fight, incredible with the flower. I love it. The flower thing was awesome. It is hard. Waterfowl is fucking hard to dodge, guys. I mean, like, it's not easy at all. I mean, these games are hard, right? I feel like if you abstract all of this out and if you look at the games, the Dark Souls games or Elden Ring, like FromSoft games as a whole, if you compare them with like other games, you can kind of say the same thing, right? You don't think like this game is made to basically frustrate you, right? Because you like fight bosses, you die very easily, but then you overcome the game, and then that's like the accomplishment, the sense of accomplishment that you get, right? And I guess it's the same thing with Millennia, I guess. I gotta like end this at some point, so let's do the last couple of bosses. I really wish this was Radagon and Elden Beast. I don't like that it's both bosses together. Okay, hold. Let's do Radagon first, right? Let's just visually do Radagon. Where do you guys think Radagon should be? I feel like Radagon should be S tier, right? Like, the only negative about Radagon really is that in one of his phases, he just starts spamming spells a lot. But I feel like Radagon should just be S tier. It's a clean fight. It's a fair fight, I think. I don't think there's like too many like weird things, unless like, yeah, you let him get away from you. Yeah, the teleport, I mean, the teleport is kind of cool though. I don't know, like, and you can time the teleport dodges. Like, the teleport isn't as bad as like Millennia's waterfowl, for example, right? It's okay. The music is great, right? Okay, Radagon, I think Radagon is just okay to be an S tier. I would put Radagon at S tier. His OST is fucking awesome. It's like the main menu theme, the main Elden Ring theme, but then it's got like a lot more aggressive, right? Because it's like the grand finale. Like, that's it. It's the end. You go through the cutscene, you go through the Earth Tree. You don't expect to see Radagon there because you're looking for Marika, and then you find out that Marika and Radagon are like the same people. The fight starts, the fucking cutscene is insane. Like, you know, he turns around, like he's doing the fucking anime pose. It's really cool. He's got the hammer. He's got the fucking, I guess, shards of the Elden Ring inside him. Let's not talk about parry on contact, not parry on input read. You mean the spell parry? I just saw that as like a feature. At least it's not something that every boss has, right? I just saw that as like another mechanic that I had to like play around. The fact that he would just like parry. And so I would have to like get behind him and then cast spells, right? So that he wouldn't be able to parry it. I don't know. I thought Radagon was fun. And then he's got like really cool moves with the hammer. The arena is great. Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to say, dude. So let's move on to Elden Beast then. Solid trash, Elden Beast trash, trash plus. Okay, this is where people are gonna disagree with me, okay? Oh boy. Oh no. I think Elden Beast. Get ready to unsub. My first playthrough, if you're only going by my first playthrough, Elden Beast would be S tier. If we're only going by my first playthrough, but we're not. So I think Elden Beast is A tier, okay? I really fucking love chat. Hold on. He just lost 300 viewers. Hold on. No, I was not underwhelmed. No, I fucking loved Elden Beast. I'm not saying Elden Beast was perfect, but I fucking loved Elden Beast. Now you move Radahn to tier A. Okay, let me explain. First off, Radagon and Elden Beast shouldn't have been like the same fight. They should have had it be a separate fight, right? I agree. It should have been a separate fight, 100%. But whatever. You can't really blame Elden Beast for them packaging Radagon and Elden Beast together. That's not Elden Beast's fault, all right? Elden Beast is just a poor fish floating around around, okay? You can't blame the individual fight. Because if you're blaming Elden Beast for Radagon and Elden Beast being packaged together, then you gotta also bring down Radagon, because Radagon's a part of that package. As a final boss, Elden Beast was incredible. It's like the culmination of a movie. You go into the fight, there's like the 2 piano notes from like the main theme, right? There's that in like the appropriate key or whatever. It's a harp, okay, whatever, okay. Then there's like the choir that starts singing, and it's like a really like sad, like it's a melancholic song. It's emotional. I got emotional, okay. And then like the arena appears, right? The tree disappears, and like the entire fucking arena appears, where there's like earth trees. It's like you're in the water. There's like a sunset in the distance. The arena is fucking incredible. Possibly the best arena that we've seen, okay, so far in the game. You gotta admit, chat, the arena is fucking great. You gotta admit that the OST and the arena is fucking great. And then the Elden Beast appears, and then like he starts like waving his fucking head. Because like initially you're thinking, oh, what the fuck is this shit? It looks like a penis. And then it starts waving its head. I was laughing initially. I was like, oh, what the fuck? It's like gonna be a Demon Souls boss again, like the last boss. And then it starts waving his head, right? And then the sky turns purple, and then the arena comes in. And then you're like, oh shit, dude, hold on. Something magical is happening here. This is something, it's like the end of an anime, a fucking 1,000-episode anime. It's like the end of One Piece, or like the end of the Batman trilogy. It's like the end of a movie, and like you're there to witness it. The Elden Beast. Elden Beast itself, I didn't initially get the design, but later on, I actually really like the design of the boss. First off, I'm not a fan of like these big abstract monster bosses, okay? Like I like humanoid bosses, but like it has like an entire like fucking galaxy inside. It's like made out of glass. It's got wings. It's got like the roots as a tail, and like it can swim into the water. You're standing in the water. It's fucking great. The fight in itself, I thought was also really, really good. I like the needle attacks. I think they're beautiful. I like the sword attacks that he does. He's got like a lot of really cool attacks. I like the ring attack that he does, because you gotta like jump through it or roll through it. Yeah, the grab attack. Yeah, he's just got so many fucking cool attacks. And yes, of course, Elden Stars, right? Now, Elden Stars is an annoying attack, but it's a fucking attack, okay? Like, what are you gonna do? Why do you have a problem with Elden Stars but don't have a problem with Nihil? Nihil does more. You say you can heal through Nihil, then why can't you heal through Elden Stars? Does it look as cool? I think it looks great. And plus, there's ways to dodge Elden Stars. They're like incredibly obscure and like non-intuitive, but the last 20 seconds you have to constantly heal as a boss is pelting you with needles. Yeah, okay. Listen, it's not perfect, okay? I'm not saying it's a perfect fight, because if it was perfect, I would put it in S tier, okay? Yes, Elden Stars is annoying, but I actually don't care as much about Elden Stars. What I do care about, all right, I will agree with you guys on one thing. It is a crime that they didn't let you use Torrent for this fight, and that is like one of the most stupid decisions that they made. They should have let you use Torrent for this fight. You start the entire game with Torrent. You should have ended the game with Torrent too, and it would have actually served a fucking purpose in this fight, because you can fucking chase the dude around. And I feel like if they had made 2 changes, if they had done Radagon and Elden Beast as a separate fight, and if they had let you use Torrent for Elden Beast, then Elden Beast would be an S tier fight, I think. Even with Elden Stars, I don't think people would have actually cared about Elden Stars. I think the boss design is fine. Because of that, I think Elden Beast should be an A tier boss, okay? My opinion. I mean, but I do accept it has its flaws. I'm not like completely delusional or something. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I've been meaning to do it for a little bit. This was supposed to be a 1-hour video. Now we have 4 hours. This was actually fun. I gotta go pass out because it is fucking nearly 12 p.m. Yo, thanks for hanging out, guys. Before you leave, follow if you're not following. And that's pretty much it. Chat, I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you all. All right, take care. Have a great night. Love you all. Okay, good night. Mwah.